There comes a time in every man's life where he must venture out on his own and find himself, explore the world, and become a man. Well, I was that man last September as soon as I got my wife's permission to book a flight to Japan all on my own. That's right, I booked the flight by myself and even found the seats without any help. I only cried one time, but then a flight attendant gave me a piece of candy and it was all better and back to being a man. But enough of my flexing. The real reason I went solo is because my wife is a special education's teacher for little children and therefore qualifies to be a saint. But for her next school break, she wants to go somewhere other than Japan. I know, I'm still shocked to this day. So she was fine with me making a solo trip to my favorite place on earth, just as long as I bring her back a ton of souvenirs. But sit back, relax, and enjoy these next few videos of my 10-day solo trip to Japan. I got to my hotel around midday in Tokyo, determined not to crash from exhaustion and jet lag.
It's 6 o'clock here in Japan, but coming from California, it's more like it's 2 a.m. in California right now, so I am extremely tired. I did not sleep very much on the flight here. I'm finally back in Japan. I'm so happy. But I'm so excited, so I need to go out and do stuff and stay awake. All I want to do is walk down and get some cheap, fast ramen. That's all I want to do right now.
Well, this is all I had the strength to do, so that's day one for you. The next morning, I took a train to Kawagoe. The first destination was a book-off down a shopping district street named Kree Mall. Or maybe it's Kriya Mall. Of course, the street was full of shops, restaurants, and arcades. I popped into this one crane arcade to see what the prizes were here, and this is where I discovered Japan's obsession with creepy rubber baby dolls. Trust me, we'll be seeing a lot more of these on our journey. Traumatized by the sight of creepy baby dolls, I looked towards our first book-off of the trip to cleanse the mind and forget. A very cozy book-off, I'd say, but we don't come here for the books. Ah yes, they had a nice selection of games appropriately labeled as Old Soft.
Which is kind of funny. Never seen that before. Old Soft. Old Soft games. A lot of these games are really cheap. Like, that's 270 yen. Star Fox for 480. Bomberman for 900. Remember, the exchange rate is like 67 cents for the 100 yen, I believe. This is why I'm like going to Kawagoe, because the further away you get from the heart of Tokyo, the cheaper the prices are, kind of. And 400, last time I paid like, I believe the one I got our first trip to Japan was like 10. But that was at like Super Potato, Super Famicom for 5,400 yen. Boxed. So we're walking in...
And pause. I need to explain why the image is so blown out right now. You see, on day one of Japan, I had somehow changed the setting to my camera for the exposure to be way higher than it needed to be. I didn't notice it until the next day. I needed to explain that because that's something that really bothers me. Hope it doesn't bother you. Anyway, enjoy. Back to the show. Back to the video.
So we're walking in Kawagoe to a Ghibli store. And I thought by going away from Tokyo, from the heart of Tokyo, it would be less crowded, but it's not the case. I mean, it's still Saturday, so a lot of people have the day off. I'm gonna have to rethink this whole backpack situation because it's not crazy hot. It's in the 80s, but it's overcast. But the humidity is insane. Like, it is absolute, like my face is drenched. I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to lighten my load or even just not take my backpack because my shoulders are killing me. I've got my Sigma lens. I've got, what else do I have? My grip, my tripod, and my phone tripod. So a lot of stuff, heavy stuff. So I'm gonna have to think lighter and wear shorts. Today was a bad day to wear long pants. I just thought the fit was good. I can't stop staring at the architecture of all these buildings. I'm just in love with the old tiles, the wood. Oh, the Ghibli store. I'm excited to see what they have, but mostly I'm excited to get my wife some treats, get my wife some things. Oh, here it is.
The Kawagoe Ghibli store wasn't the biggest one we've been to, but it hit hard. For the Ghibli fans, it is such a warm experience to walk into this fully themed store, hearing the music from your favorite Ghibli movies, and seeing everyone else gushing over the merch. It was really hard not to buy everything, but I managed to snag just a couple gifts for Christina.
That store was so cute. It was really small, one of the smallest Ghibli stores I've been to, but at the same time, it was awesome. Well, treats and goods for my wife, Christina, that she'll be excited about. Right now, I'm on my way to a hard off that's about 9 minutes away from this location. It's even further away from Tokyo, so I'm looking forward to some really good prices. Humidity is killing me.
Dehydrated and hot, like SpongeBob's first visit to Sandy's house, I sought refuge inside an air-conditioned Hard Off just a 12-minute walk away from the Ghibli store. Hard Off and Book Off are secondhand stores throughout Japan. Book Offs focus more on books and manga, music and DVDs, with some having a gaming selection as well. Hard Offs focus on hardware-type items like gaming, toys, music equipment, and components. There's also a Hobby Off for more DIY stuff and tools, Off House for furniture and other household items. This particular store was all 3 in 1, Hobby, House, and Hard Off. But of course, I'm just here for the games, and what a huge selection they had. Some really good prices, but I'm always shocked at their handheld prices. They always seem to be really high or really low. One area you'll never worry about price is the junk section. These are all untested gaming items with less than desirable appeal, but if you don't mind rolling the dice on a game or console, you could walk away with something like a game for under $1, or even a console for under $10, depending on the condition.
This is one of the more peaceful neighborhoods that I've walked through in Japan. So at that Hard Off, we only got one thing. It was a little something for a friend of mine. Got a complete in-box copy of Chrono Trigger, which is his favorite game. It was cheap too. It was only like $10 USD. And now we're walking across this lovely, quiet neighborhood. Gosh, this river is so gorgeous. How lucky are the people that get to live here and get to walk this road every day? Or, whoa, that is a huge spider. Look at this. That was the biggest spider I've ever seen and most aggressive looking. It had a really cool black and yellow pattern to it, or at least that's what it looked like. Could have been green. But right now we're gonna walk around and explore the area a little bit more. We're gonna go to a shrine and I think a castle or a castle grounds or something like that. Oh my god, there's more spiders.
After being inches away from certain death by the Joro spider of Japan, who bears an uncanny resemblance of the Scotula from The Legend of Zelda, we enter the famous Hikawa Shrine, with its tunnel of wishes and prayers written on wooden plaques and hung in hopes that their wishes are granted by the Shinto gods worshipped at the shrine. Built during the reign of Emperor Kinmei in 541, this particular shrine worships the 5 gods who all come from the same family: a mother and a father, a son, and 2 grandparents. Thus, people gather here to receive good fortune for a healthy family and a successful marriage. The Hikawa Shrine also holds one of the tallest torii gates in Japan, standing at 15 meters tall, proudly displayed at the shrine's entrance.
I'm kind of using just stores like Hard Off and Book Off as a kind of guide to where I'm going, and it's really nice. Just it's kind of leading me through all these little neighborhoods and parks and things. It's nice. I really just like walking around here. I don't know where it'll bring me, so I'm kind of just using it as guides. Like there's a Hard Off here, then a Book Off here on the map, and I'm just walking there. I just walked past Kawagoe Castle, and now I'm just walking through this lovely park on my way to a Book Off Plus, which I guess has more than just a regular Book Off. But yeah, God, I just love walking here. I'm trying to come up with more entertaining things to say, but it's just so nice being back in Japan. You guys know, but I'm never doing this backpack and setup again. It is way too hot for that. I am going to be wearing shorts for the whole trip, and I'm going to figure out how to not have a backpack. It's torture. My shoulders are killing me. It's also having me go through these really lovely little quiet neighborhoods. It's very nice. I like to fantasize about what it would be like to live in one of these neighborhoods. I'm sure these are very expensive because all these houses are at least a couple stories, and they have a backyard and things. It's just very quiet and nice. Now I'm going over a bridge. Can't see the Book Off yet. And we reached the Book Off. Yay. See what kind of goods they got. And then we're going back to the hotel because I need to shower. I need to unload all this stuff and probably just hang out in Akihabara tonight. But let's check out this Book Off first.
Chock-a-block full of trading cards, playmats, and games. Well, that's all I noticed anyway. This Book Off had so much to look at. I spent so much time rummaging through the boxed games, just loving the box art and pristine conditions of these games. Everything looked so good. The prices at this Book Off seemed a bit high from what I've seen elsewhere. Like they had this Rockman X2 for 4,800 yen, boxed Mario World for 2,700 yen, Rockman X for 3,600, which seems pretty high compared to the cost of just the cartridge, which I got from this very store for only 900 yen, as you'll see later. And they did have a good selection of other systems as well, like Nintendo DS, PlayStations 1 through 4, Vita, Nintendo Switch, used handhelds, and rare games behind the glass display shelves like this Kirby Air Ride for 3,600 yen. I think the American version is going for well over 100 these days. But I very much regret not getting this gorgeous box copy of Kirby Superstar for only 2,700 yen. I've always loved the wooden look of this box art and should have gotten this one, but for whatever reason I decided to pass like an idiot. And these PS2 prices were insane. Look at all these games for less than $2 USD. Man, if I had a bigger suitcase, or a bigger game room even,
All right, well, that was fun. A lot of stuff in there. I went through all those Super Nintendo games, Super Famicom games. The prices were kind of insane. The PS2 was like, most of those games were 270 yen, which is like a little over $1, maybe less than $1. Anyway, unbelievable, but I am exhausted. I need to get rid of this backpack. So I am walking to Kawagoe station so I can get on the train back to the hotel, shower, refresh, and then go to Akihabara and check out that area. Because my hotel is right next to Akihabara. It's like on the street. It's close enough. It's the Washington Hotel, Washington Akihabara Hotel. All right, I'm showered, I'm fresh, I'm ready to go. Let's go see if we can catch a store before it closes because it's almost 8 o'clock and time's running out.
The great thing about staying at a hotel right in the middle of Akiba is that if you miss out on one of these places you wanted to visit due to everything closing between 8 and 9 p.m., you can always come back the next day. And the one place you can explore anytime you'd like is Japan's everything store, Don Quixote. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week, you can pretty much find anything and everything your heart desires. From toys to home decor, costumes to hiking gear, gadgets to adult toys. Yes, Don Quixote, or Donkey for short, has it all. Except a bed, which is what I desperately needed at this time. Just need to head back to the hotel as soon as I can escape this labyrinth of colorful merch. And those were my first 2 days back in Japan. I hope you enjoyed and look forward to the next 1 or 2 vlogs. I'm not sure how many because I'm literally editing them right now. Like, as you're watching this, I'm probably over at the desk, editing away, working these delicate hands to the bone for your entertainment. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Later.